Sure. Okay. Don't ask me what's going on with my hair. I'm braiding until I get some individuals. I'm gonna just wear it like however I'm gonna wear it, you know? Welcome. I'm pulling up our lingo. Let me see. Oh, oh. Okay, so I'm giving y'all an update of what's been going on thus far. I've been practicing Spanish. Y'all know I went back to the basics because there were some things that I felt like I needed to go over. I've been I wish I could show y'all my board. You know what? Should I go upstairs? If I go upstairs and show y'all the board, I might not. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe I should like write. This can help. I teach what I'm learning as I'm learning it and write it down as well. I don't know. So what I'm doing is I'm trying my best to figure out what method works for me. I just don't have the time to really get organized, and I just don't have the ability to get organized the way I want. So, but I went to the Mexican consulate today to figure out how to get my Mexican visa. Um, yeah. Should I get a Mexican visa? Put it in the chat if you think I should get a Mexican visa. If you don't know a Mexican visa, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up before we get our lesson started. The Mexican oh, and so the reason I really, 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 really need to learn this language is because everything, like their websites, all the important websites, are in Spanish. Obviously, there's like an English selection option, but it's easier to understand when you know the language, where to go and stuff like that. So, but let me see if I can share my screen. Okay. What do I gotta do? So this is where I went. The Mexican consulate. I tried to call. I could not get through, and the message was in Spanish, and I could only understand lunes, mañana, tarde. It was like phrases that I could understand. And so it just kept hanging up. So I'm assuming it was telling me, oh, and it said I think I don't know. It is currently down. I don't know what it was saying to me. And that's the point I'm trying to make is I really want to learn Spanish. I want to understand what is being said to me. Um, and when I'm listening to what I'm reading, I went to the consulate and the Mexican consulate, and I was the only non-Hispanic looking person. So, I don't know what the people were, what their nationalities were, but I'm just assuming maybe, native Mexican people. And so I'm in the line, and everybody's speaking Spanish. And I feel so like, you know, and so the guy was going asking people questions and talking to them in Spanish. And I'm like, I pray this man does not come to me speaking Spanish because I'm gonna probably faint. And he came speaking Spanish, y'all. And I was like, when he gave me my command, like he told me I'll be right back. For some reason I understood that. I guess it's like a universal understanding when somebody is busy and they say, I'll be right back, give me 1 second. You can understand that. The rest, when he came back, was too fast. It wasn't like slow like how I'm learning and everything. I still don't understand 90% of the I don't know 90% of the words. So I was like just staring at him. I'm like, so he's like, ugh. He like you can see he was a little frustrated. And when he came back and when he asked me my question in Spanish and I didn't know what he was asking me. So then he's like, ugh, he said it in English. And so I spoke to him back in English and I asked my question, told him why I was there. And he told me, yeah, he said, if you're from the United States, you don't need a visa unless you plan on staying longer than 6 months to Mexico. You don't need a visa. I said, well, can you please still tell me how to get my visa? Y'all, I'm not saying I'm staying in Mexico, right? I'm just saying I need to make a plan. Remember, we're learning Spanish as to prepare. We are preparatory, okay? So let's prep our behooties um to figuring out what we're gonna do, where we're gonna do it. So there you have it, y'all. I went to the Mexican consulate and you know, started that process to and it costs money. It costs money per person, y'all, and I got like 5 people, including me, to do this for. But it is what it is. Oh, and then I think one of the requirements, let me see if I can find it. Visas for foreigners. One of the requirements is to show your money. Like, are you making money? Do you have money? When I went onto the website, it said that the different types of visas, like you can get a vacation visa, which is like considered a non-work visa. But baby, why? Listen, I'm a hustler. I want to work. Can I please work when I'm in Mexico? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, who is exempt from the visa requirement? Individuals with permanent residence in Canada, the United States, Japan, the United Kingdom. So those individuals can come travel, can go to Mexico with just their passport from United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, United States, Great Britain, North Ireland. I wonder why it's North and not South. North Ireland, and any of the countries that make up the Schengen area. So now I gotta find out what Schengen area is, or the member countries of the Pacific Island Alliance. Um, which means, hold up, y'all, listen to this, because I'm always noticing something. No African country is on here. No African country. So now I gotta find out what the Schengen area is. Why are Mexicans not allowed to go to? Africans not allowed to go to Mexico without a visa. Let's find out what Shenzhen is. And I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's not a Chinese, Asian, Chinese, Korean word. I don't know. I want to do a karaoke night, y'all. Okay. S H SCHEN area. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's a zone where 29 European countries have abolished passport controls at their shared borders, allowing for free movement between the countries. 29 European countries. Interesting. It looks like, I'm just saying, China, North Korea, most Asian countries, because India's not on here either, as far as I can tell. All the white countries, Japan as the Asian exception, and yeah, Japan, and that's all I see. I don't see no other. Y'all, in northern, all the white countries can go to Mexico without a visa, without a Mexican visa. So was this like a treaty that they made? Citizens of Shenzhen countries can travel and stay without border controls within the Shenzhen area for up to 90 days within a 180-day period. So half of the year, 6 months, they can go without then you have without a visa. The area is based on the SCHENGEN Shenzhen Agreement of 1985 and the Shenzhen Convention of 1990, which established the principles of borderless travel within Europe. The Shenzhen area comprises 25 EU members. Is that Eastern European or something? EU member states and 4 non-EU countries: Ireland, Norway, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein. What? The area has a common visa policy requiring most non-EU citizens to obtain a whatever Schengen visa for short stay tourism, business, or family visits. External border controls. While internal border controls are abolished, Schengen countries work together to secure external borders and ensure stricter border controls at entry points into the Schengen area. Countries in the Schengen area as of 2025. EU member status is Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Italy. And Italy is just north of the northern part of Africa. Greece, which I already said, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, and Sweden. Y'all, that's every white country. All the white countries, all the European countries have access to Mexico without a visa, but not one African country. Not one. I didn't even know the Europe even had a name for this group. Apparently they do. Apparently all the white folks, the global white folks, not just, oh Lord, I got a headache. Then they done partnered up together and decided, look, we all gonna have enjoy our life, going hopping from country to country with within us, and those outside black folks, those African black folks, they ain't gonna get the same privileges as us. So my question is, which now I'm thinking, why can't the same apply to for Africans? Why don't they form their own union and allow other African countries to go to and fro in the same manner? Child, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, that's what I learned today. It's called Shenzhen. Shenzhen. Am I pronouncing this correctly? Is there something on here that can pronounce this for me? Okay, here we go. The English dictionary says it's pronounced Shang En. Shangen? Shangen? Wow. How many countries are in Europe? This is a side note. 44 countries. So half of those countries have a right to travel wherever they in Mexico, however they please, for up to 6 months without a visa. And what was it, Portugal? I didn't know. I ain't gonna get into the map, y'all, because I'm still learning that too. Um. Oh, listen to this. Uh, Depending on the criteria used to identify what a country is, some sources list that there are only 46. I mean, there are 46 to 51 countries instead of 44. So, who are those? Who are those people? What is that? Anyway, let's do our Spanish. We probably gonna do a little bit today because I done used up most of the time. All right, here we go. I think did we do the first one already for chapter 2? Oh, disculpe. ¿Habla usted inglés? Disculpe. ¿Habla usted inglés? Okay, y'all, let's write this down. Let's go. Let's take a trip. Let's take a trip. I wonder if I have something up there. Oh, I don't. I don't have nothing that faces this way. Let's see. Nope, you can't see. We're gonna get ghetto on it. Can you see that? Might have to come closer. Let's take a trip, yeah, to a place where lovers go. Let's take a trip. All right, there we go. Oh, and now it's reversed. I can't win for losing. All right, so I don't think we can do the board unless I do it like backwards. So this is what I was teaching my kids. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenas noches. I'm not really teaching them. They know this. But we go over it in the morning. And we don't, not so much in the afternoon, but in the night we go over it. We were practicing derecha and izquierda as we take our little crazy selves to school. So
Disculpe, ¿habla usted inglés?
let me see. Well, I have to write it. Yep, it's still reversed. I mean, y'all, I don't know how to write in the opposite direction. Nope, I don't know how to do that. Oh well, tried it, it didn't work. I'll stay here since I'm up here.
Here's how you would say, to speak. Hablar. Hablar. To say, you speak. Formally, you can say, habla.
This is the yo form, habla. Or maybe tu form. That's tu.
Do you remember how to say, you speak, in a formal setting?
Habla.
Habla. How do you say you in a formal situation?
Usted.
Usted. Here is how you would say English. Inglés. Okay, now try to say English.
Inglés. Oh, inglés.
Inglés.
Oh, crap. It's this one, not this one. Inglés. Inglés.
Do you remember how to say you speak in a formal setting?
Habla inglés. Inglés.
Habla.
Oh,
Okay, now try to say English.
inglés.
Inglés. Let's keep it formal. How do you think you would say, do you speak English?
¿Qué? Habla inglés.
¿Habla usted inglés?
Usted. Oops. Habla usted. So no. Habla usted. And then I noticed exclamation point.
In English, we use the word do to form yes-no questions like, do you speak English? However, in Spanish, there is no equivalent word for do. You indicate that a sentence is a yes-no question by raising the tone of your voice at the end of a sentence. If you're in a formal setting, to say, excuse me, you'd use disculpe.
And look at the exclamation point, y'all, because I'm just noticing this. And they haven't referenced it yet. They haven't said anything about it. So, disculpe, exclamation point on both ends, in the beginning and behind. Yes, I'm using a glove.
Do you remember how to say, excuse me, in a formal setting?
Disculpe.
Disculpe.
Oh, I forgot to say disculpe. That's one word, even though in English it's two separate words. In Spanish, disculpe is one word, excuse. To be excused, maybe? Just to be excused, excuse. Disculpe, or is the pe coming from me? I don't know. And then you have your exclamation point in the front and in the back.
Do you remember how to say, you speak, in a formal setting?
You speak habla.
Habla. Okay, now try to say English.
Inglés.
Inglés.
Oops. See what I just did? Inglés. I'm so used to putting English. In Spanish, the E sound is what we know is the letter I.
Do you remember how to say, excuse me, in a formal setting?
Disculpa or disculpe? Disculpe. See, I think I need to write it. I think I need to write as I'm learning because I just caught myself right
Disculpe.
away. I just caught myself right away. So try this, y'all. Try writing it. If you don't have a board, write it on a piece of paper or type it on a like if open two tabs and maybe write it. Try
What's the formal way to say, do you speak English?
um habla usted in
¿Habla usted inglés?
Yay! Okay. I realize I do better writing it down. Well, it makes sense. I'm a writer, y'all. But there you go.
Try your best to say,
All right, let me
excuse
pause
me,
it
do
'cause
you
it's
speak
long.
English? When used in a formal setting.
This one is much longer. So, disculpa. Disculpe. Disculpe, comma. Habla usted inglés? Question mark.
Disculpe, ¿habla usted inglés?
Okay, so comma, then the question mark goes here. So this is the one I got wrong. Question mark does not go before the whole sentence, just a portion of the sentence. That is the question. ¿Habla usted inglés? Disculpe, comma, ¿habla usted inglés? And notice they have inglés in lowercase. I did not realize that either. Inglés is in lowercase. I think I remember hearing when the last time they don't put languages in capital. So, habla usted inglés?
Excuse me translates informally to disculpa.
Disculpa, informally. So this is formal. Informal. Oh, that's my mom. Call her right back. Disculpa. E is informal. E is formal. I is informal. Okay, got it.
Now, let's learn how to say Spanish. Español. Listen
Español.
closely one more time. Español.
Español. And notice again the E for Español, um the E for the language is lowercase instead of capital. And I'm going to write this down because it has an ñ, and I don't want to get that confused. Español. Okay. Español. Not to be confused with just N. It is ñ. Español. Lowercase for the beginning of the word.
Let's see if you can say Spanish.
Español.
Español.
Español. And why did you say yol like that? Español. Isn't it español? Español. Español.
Now, can you figure out how to say, do you speak Spanish? In a formal situation.
All right. Escribe. Escriban. Let's try it, y'all. We know you is or like do you is What was it, y'all? Come on, think. I know one is this is usted. Oh, habla. Is she said formal or informal? I'm gonna put that because I think she said formal. Habla or informal. Habla. But I know that it's going to be an A if she said formal. Habla es español. And remember, it's the squiggly at the top, español. The accent at the top. Lowercase e. Um, what else? Question. Because it's a question, we got the two question marks on either side. Habla usted español? This isn't my guess. I could be wrong. We're about to find out.
¿Habla usted español?
Habla usted español? Oops, I forgot my capital A. Habla español. Habla. So it's A because she must have said informal. Habla usted español? And usted is connected to the U here. That doesn't make sense. I would think, I guess because the U is formal. Okay, got it. The U is formal.
Listen carefully. Alemán means German. Let's hear that one more time. Alemán.
Alemán. Alemán. I have to figure out. I know this emphasis on A. So Alemán. That little accent there. I don't know what that one is called. But I know that it's an emphasis on the word. Alemán. It's kind of like by itself, the sound. Alemán.
Now, how do you say German?
Alemán.
Now, can you figure out how to say, do you speak German? In a formal situation.
Habla usted alemán?
¿Habla usted alemán?
Habla usted, because this is a formal U. Alemán. 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 Habla usted alemán? Question mark on both sides. Yo, I'm learning.
To say French, you would say francés.
Lowercase f, francés, with the accent again. I'm going to look into what that is. Like, why is the vowels for some words have the accent, and what significance in terms of sound does it have?
How do you say French?
Francés. Francés.
Francés. Remember that personal pronouns are not necessary in Spanish. Try the following question without the pronoun usted.
Okay. So they're not necessary. So I can take out usted and just say habla alemán. And usted, is that implied? Is that implied?
Based on what you've already learned, what do you think is the correct way to say, do you speak French? In a formal setting.
Habla francés.
¿Habla francés?
Francés. Francés. So there go the question mark in both front and back. Make sure you keep your the beginning capitalized and do not capitalize. It's going to be the death of me probably. Do not capitalize that F.
Hablas. is the informal way to say, you speak.
Oh, so hablar is the formal, hablas is informal. I'm not going to remember that, but we're going to keep trying. Hablas.
What's the informal way to say, you speak?
Hablas. This is informal.
Hablas.
And habla is formal.
Speaking informally, how do you think you would say, do you speak Spanish?
Pause it. Hablas es, what is it? Spanish? Español. Habla español. Question mark. Question mark. Don't ask. That's why you see that one jacked up. Because I'm still learning how to even write that and make it look like the other one. Okay? Hablas español. Let's see if we are correct.
¿Hablas español?
Habla. Oh, damn it! Didn't I tell you I was gonna mess that up? Español. Español, lowercase.
There's a formal way to say, do you speak Spanish? What is it?
Habla español. Let me pause. The formal way. Habla español. Habla español.
¿Habla usted español?
Oh, I forgot usted. Yes, usted. ¿Habla usted español or habla español?
How would you informally say, do you speak Spanish?
I would take off usted and es. ¿Hablas español?
¿Hablas español?
¿Habla español?
Speaking informally, do you know how to say, do you speak French?
Informally, ¿hablas francés? Francés. With the accent.
¿Hablas francés?
¿Hablas francés? Question mark, question mark. Always capitalized. Lowercase the language in Spanish. I wonder if it doesn't matter if you if you make it an uppercase letter, will there be any I don't think you'll get in trouble. There won't be any issues grammatically if you lowercase that. But I mean if you uppercase that, I don't think. People will know what you're saying. But they probably also know where you came from.
There are hundreds of indigenous languages spoken in Central and South America. Some are quite large. Around 7 million people in the Andes region speak Quechua. Aymara is a large language spoken in Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia. Guarani is an official language of Paraguay and is spoken by the majority of people there. Over 1 million people in Mexico speak Nahuatl, and over 6 million people in Central America speak a Mayan language. Other languages are much smaller, and unfortunately, many are in danger of being lost. Many already have been lost. However, speakers of these languages are fighting to save them, and many communities are trying to record and revive their ancestral languages. Now, let's learn or. Ready?
O.
Oh,
Let's hear it again.
O.
oh,
Try to say or.
oh.
Based on what you've learned so far, can you figure out how to informally say, do you speak French or English?
So we're making it informal. We know that, so we don't need usted in there. We know because it's informal, it's going to be and it's a question. Blah, hablas. Remember, we add the S whenever it's informal. Hablas. Frances, lowercase. Don't forget your accent. O inglés. Don't forget your accent. Inglés, because we know that the E sound is the English I. Inglés. Hablas francés o inglés. This is my guess. I am not saying this right. Let's find out.
¿Hablas francés o inglés?
Oh, crap. I almost did it, y'all. Almost did it. And so close.
There's a formal way to say, do you speak Spanish? What is it?
The formal way. For the formal, all we're doing is taking off the S. Habla usted francés o inglés?
¿Habla usted español?
Oh, I don't know why I thought she asked me something else, but we know in español. Español.
How would you informally say, do you speak Spanish?
Informally, ustedes with our question mark.
¿Hablas español?
¿Hablas español?
In a casual setting, how do you say, do you speak French or English?
Dang, I just erased that. Casual setting. So we know that we keep that right there. Hablas. Frances. O in. I don't know why I want to put English in uppercase. Inglés. Bam. Boop, bop, beep, bop, big, bop, bang. What y'all think?
¿Hablas francés o inglés?
¿Hablas francés o inglés? Correcto. Obviously, I forgot my little thing.
Let's keep it formal.
Okay.
How do you think you would say, excuse me, do you speak French or German?
Okay, I forgot German already. Disculpa. Disculpa. Disculpe. Hold up. One is formal, one is informal, right? Disculpa, comma. Then our question mark. Habla. I think she said it's informal. Hablas. If this is informal, it's hablas. I already know that part. So if I get this wrong, it's because I didn't pay attention to the beginning. Disculpe. Hablas. Francés. Yeah, I think I do better writing. Frances or what was German? I done forgot German.
Disculpe. ¿Habla usted francés o alemán?
Alemán. That's a tough one. Alemán, German. So disculpe. Habla. Oops. No capital. You don't need a capital H. Habla. I wonder why. Oh, it's formal. Habla usted. Yep, usted because it's formal. Francés o alemán.
There's a formal way to say, do you speak Spanish? What is it?
It is, let me pause. Habla. Why do I want to not capitalize this one? Why is this one not capitalized? I don't understand. Blah. Formal, right? Habla usted español. Disculpe, habla usted español? Oh, they didn't ask me to say excuse me. Habla usted español? Question mark. Question mark. Let's see if it's right.
¿Habla usted español?
Woo! Okay.
How would you informally say, do you speak Spanish?
Informal. Hablas español. Hablas español? Because it's informal.
¿Hablas español?
Next.
In a casual setting, how do you say, do you speak French or English?
This is casual, which means it's informal, I believe. So, hablas. Oops, I'm forgetting letters. Hablas francés, o inglés. Cannot forget our accent. Question mark. Front and back.
¿Hablas francés o inglés?
Habla francés o inglés.
What's the formal way to say, excuse me, do you speak French or German?
Okay. Before I clicked on this, I did not think that I would be able to do this. Disculpe is formal. Disculpa. Disculpe. Which one is formal? Disculpa. Comma. Question mark. Lowercase. Habla. Oops. Habla usted francés with the accent or alemán. And I'm so glad I left alemán here, y'all, because I would have forgot again. Alemán.
Disculpe. ¿Habla usted francés o alemán?
Woo! Woo! And Alemán has an accent as well.
Let's see if you can say Spanish.
Español. Why do I keep making that?
Español.
Español. So I can tell y'all right now, I'm gonna all make a mistake and do that until I get in the habit of remembering that in Spanish is the a.
Now, how do you say German?
Alemán. Alemán.
Alemán.
Alemán. Alemán.
How do you say French?
Francés.
Francés.
What's the informal way to say you speak?
Hablas.
Hablas.
Try to say or.
Oh.
O.
We did it, y'all. Woo woo. All right. That was a long this was a long live, but we did it. And so next time we're going to take the test. Maybe we'll take the test and see how we did before we move on to the next lesson. Good job, y'all. Oh, shoot. It's 3 people in here. Emil, what's up? I didn't even realize that. All right. So there you have it. What's up, Emil? How did y'all do? For those watching, how did you do? Emil, I know last time I said I was going live. I mean it this time. Okay, you guys, we're leaving. I'm going to end this lesson. But I am coming back for anybody who's interested in politics. So I shall see you guys tomorrow. If you're here for Spanish politics, I'll see you in a few minutes.